What's up, guys? How you guys doing? We are back. It's been a while. 2 weeks. think it's been 2 weeks. I mean, we released some episodes in between time, but it's been a while since I've been back on here live, I guess. Well, nope, we're not even live. Anyway, let's go ahead and get ready to jump into the show. I'm excited about this one. This is a good one. This had to, there's some real life defining moments this whole episode. So pull up a seat, turn up the volume in your car, wherever you may be. Let's get ready to jump into the show. Welcome back. I'm your host, Brian Sells. This is the Warriors Vision Podcast. Episode 6. How you guys doing? I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good. I forgot to take off my tags. See, I'm not all the way back into the groove of things. Let me see one moment. Let's see if we can do this real smooth. Got to take the tags off because I move a lot when I'm doing these shows, so the tags will be swinging around. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I think in season 2, season 3, whatever, I told you guys I always have my dog tags on. Always. Just a nice remembrance of my time in the service, and a nod to those that are in and the ones that I have served with. So I always have my dog tags on. Never take them off except when I'm in the show. As you see here in the background, highly motivated coffee. The Warriors brand coffee. That is a 6-bean. It is fantastic. I like it. I believe that probably ranked number 2. My first one is the Warrior Up. You already, Warriors Collection brand. Of course, it's gonna be the Warrior Up. So, the coffees are there at the store. At the bottom of the screen, as you see there, www.warriorscollectionbrand.com. Go to the coffee selection and pick you out a bag. We just introduced a new coffee, and it's for a limited time. The Warrior Spice Patch. I believe it's called the Spice Patch. So go ahead and get you your pumpkin spice. All you pumpkin spice lovers out there, it's fall time. It's getting close to fall. The leaves haven't started changing. Well, they've changed a little bit. But go ahead and go over there and get you some coffee. Support the movement, support the brand, support the cause. Coffee with a mission. Like I said, we're going to get into that as the season goes along. But yeah, enough with the promos, the ads. Let's get into this episode, man. I'm excited. I'm super excited. This is going to be a good one. As you see there, we are healed. And I thank God for, healing and protecting my family while me and my wife were sick. Our son was healthy throughout the whole thing, and he healed and protected us while me and my wife were sick. A lot of questions. I've received a lot of questions. What did we have? I don't know. I honestly do not know. I'm not gonna, claim COVID just to be one of those people that say, yeah, I had COVID and I beat it. I honestly don't know. I really can't. And, I went down the list of the symptoms. It could have been COVID. It could have been that Delta variant. I guess that's still COVID, right? I don't know. It could have been the cold. Actually, when I first got affected, right, I asked people on Twitter. I was like, do the cold still exist? Is that still a thing? Did we somehow eradicate the cold? Like, I was wondering. I was really wondering, is it possible for me to have the cold? Because at first, that's what I thought I had. It came on as it normally does. I get that little twinge, that little itch in the back of my throat, and I was like, okay, I think I'm about to get the cold. Let me get some orange juice. Let me get some water, tons of fluid. Let's flush this thing out. Let's get this thing out, gone. Okay, but that's not how that's not how it worked. That is not how it worked at all. And it was a doozy. Let me take you guys to the beginning of it all. Right. So I had a dentist appointment. Went to the dentist appointment. Came back that night. I had some crazy chills. Instantly, I felt so cold. It just, I was like, whoa. After we get, actually, let me slow down. Let me back up just a little bit. That's when I felt the twinge in the back of the throat. I was like, I need orange juice. I need water. Let's get these fluids running. And then that night came, and chills came out of nowhere. And I mean, they were vicious. Like I was thrown out into the, Antarctica butt naked. And I was frozen. And then I would say a little bit later on in the night, I had these little weird aches. So I didn't really get that much sleep. But then the morning came, I felt a little better. I didn't check my temp at that time. Because again, I thought maybe I had the cold. I thought it was just a normal cold. It was going to run its course and I was going to be good. Get back to doing what I normally do. Day 2 came, nighttime came, or actually midday. And I'm like, I kept having chills. I kept getting hot. It's like I was having hot flashes. Like I would just, whoom, I'm on fire. Like, what is it? What is going on here? And I have that for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then boom, I'm cold again. Like, what is it? I don't know what this is. I'm sweating. I'm frozen. I'm sweating. I'm frozen. I'm sweating. And then, the little coughs started to come. And these coughs were brain shattering. Brain shattering. I'm talking about every time I cough, I was literally grabbing my head because it felt like it was cracking open. It was so painful. I didn't understand how. It wasn't like a big cough. It wasn't like It wasn't one of those. It was just and it just felt like my brain was shattering in the inside of my head. Then the night came, and then that's when the body aches took it up another notch. It was like, oh, you wasn't really bothered the first night. Let's take it up. Let's take it up a couple of notches. And I'm gonna say this: the body aches, they weren't painful. They were more annoying than anything. It didn't matter what I did with my legs, my back. I could not get comfortable. I would bend them. I would stretch them. I would put them in the air. I would spread. I did whatever I could to get, and I could not find comfort at all. The body aches sucked. And there's no other word. It was annoying. It wasn't painful. It was just sucky. That's not a good word to use. I don't know what else to, describe it as, but annoying, and I feel like I need to attach something else to it, but annoying was definitely the was definitely one of those. Like I'm looking for a replacement for sucky, and the thesaurus is saying no, you cannot use that word. Um, it was horrible. It was horrible. Um, and again, let's remember, I still didn't know what it was. So my wife is sleeping beside me. She, you know, tucking me in, untucking me, giving me water to drink. And I think, was it maybe 2 days, a day later, or that following morning, she started feeling icky. So she came home after work and she was done. She had full blown whatever was in this house. She had it, I had it, and we had to deal with it for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, it was body aches, coughs, chills, hot flashes, headaches, no sleep at night. Our sleeping routine at night was destroyed. Actually, we actually dreaded when the sun went down because we knew we was about to pay for it. It was so like we hated it. When the sun went down, we knew it was game time. During the daytime, we napped. We took plenty of naps. That's about the only time we got real rest. That's about the only time we was able to get some sleep, and we was able to sleep good with the sun out, which was I don't know if we was able to soak in some of the vitamin D, which helped us sleep. I don't know. I'm not gonna make that claim. Let me be. I've already jumped into this. For what we 10 minutes into this. I am not a medical provider. This is the disclaimer. I am not a medical provider. I know nothing about medical science or any of that. I'm just talking from my experiences and things that I've learned over time. So there's the disclaimer. There's the disclaimer. All right. So a couple times we went outside when the sun was out. I have plants in the front. I got some avocado trees that I'm taking care of that we've been growing since last year. So, or avocado plants that are getting ready to hopefully turn into trees or bushes. So we went outside and we water those and soak up the sun that early morning sun and come back in and just continue to battle. My son, I'm so glad he's older. I'm pretty sure he was tired of eating soups for 2 weeks, but I would make him a soup. Mom was laying in the bed. I would make him a soup. He would eat that, take a shower, color draw, whatever, and then go to bed. He was always going to bed on time. So he was doing what he needed to do, and I was so thankful. After this was all done, I was like, thank you for being responsible while we were sick, because he could have been, up running around, not locking the doors. I made sure the doors were locked and, lights were out and everything was secure. But, he could have been doing whatever and not knowing. But he was very responsible during that time that we were sick, and that was a load off. And me and my wife was talking. We was like, what would we have done? What would we have done if we had a little baby? What would we have done? Like a little baby, both of us sick, no sleep at night, we're restless, the baby's needy. Like what? I was like, we probably would have to take that baby to a church and leave it at the church and tell them, please care for the baby until we return. We're not. I guess we're about 3 hours away from my dad. Um, I think we have a lot of family here. Oh, I have a lot of family here in Alabama, but they're kind of far. So I believe I said I would have just dropped the baby off at the church and asked them to take care of the baby until we were able to come and care for the baby. But I couldn't imagine being sick like that and having a little human, a little baby that's needy to take care of. I couldn't. Oh man, that would have been horrible. It would have been horrible for the baby and the sick parents. Oh, it's not a good move. It's not a good move. So 2 weeks went by. I think there was twice where I thought I was feeling better. I actually tweeted. I went out and was like, I'm feeling better. I'm not 100% yet, but I think it's finally over. And then maybe 2 hours later, bam, get punched in the face, laid out. I was, it was false. It was all false. I was not better. It went downhill so fast. And but the one thing towards the end I remember was I couldn't wait to eat. We hadn't we hadn't eaten or we hadn't eaten or ate. We didn't eat. I'm struggling right now. We didn't eat for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. So I think the last couple of days I was like, I can't wait to eat double cheeseburger from McDonald's. I bet that sounds that I bet that tastes so good. I want some cheesy fries. I wanted it all. And the crazy ironic thing about it was I needed to get healthy so I can feel better. But while I was laying there unhealthy, I was dreaming and wanting to put more unhealthy food in my body just so I can taste food. I want it was so crazy. I needed to get healthy, but all I could think about was double cheeseburgers and greasy fries and all this other nonsense. Like that's all I did. I wanted the most unhealthy food in my body while I was sick. Um, we did get to have some Campbell chicken noodle soup, and that was my first time. No lie, 36 years on this planet, first time having chicken noodle soup from Campbell's. Little can, the can's about this big, maybe that big, and it was fantastic. That little soup was amazing. I mean, that's all my stomach could handle. That's all my stomach could handle. But it was good. The second day, me being a chef, I had to add some red chili flakes to it, some turmeric, some curry, some black pepper, and let that simmer. And the smell, which was weird, and we'll get to that later. Um, but that was done, and and I ate it. That was so good. I had a nice little spice, the flavors. It was amazing. So I love the chicken noodle Campbell soup. But I haven't been able to find those little cans. I don't know if they, discontinued those little cans and changed the recipe because everything's changing now. The recipe of everything, everything is different now. So hopefully, if I spot that, I'm gonna snag a bunch of those up because, it's very important to have those on hand. That if you lose power, you can just drink that, or you can set up a fire outside, cook that over in an open fire, boom, good to go. If you gotta get on the road or head off into the woods, put those in your backpack, open fire, boom, good to go. Put it in your Warriors coffee mug, you good to go. You good to go. So definitely gonna be looking for those. But symptoms. What other symptoms do we? Oh, I lost. I don't want to say I lost sense of smell. I had a weird smell going on. I would smell it when we went to the store. I would smell it. Certain foods that I cooked, I would smell it. But now I'm better. I don't have that smell anymore. My taste didn't disappear. When you're normally sick, you know, everything tastes funny. Orange juice, water, everything just tastes bad. But I didn't have that loss of taste like everyone else did. But I did have some kind of weird smell sensation going on. But my smell has returned, and I can smell perfectly fine now. What else? But yeah, it was just I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. Been sick for 2 weeks. The longest I've been sick was for 2 months, and that's because I was in training in the army, and I was trying to push through. Well, actually, I did push through. So I didn't get any rest. I'm marching for miles. I'm running up hills, hill sprints. We doing agility tests, uh, agility courses, and we at the shooting range, and we're doing all this training. So there's no rest. So my body had to suffer for 2 months, and it was a respiratory thing. So running miles was painful. I don't even know how I survived that nonsense because I couldn't even breathe. I was exhausted immediately. Um, but I pushed through. Warrior mindset of a warrior. Probably very dangerous. I would not recommend anyone else to do that. If you're sick, you need to rest. You need to rest. So shut it down, rest, and then get back into the game. But yeah, I wouldn't. My wife, I think she had to deal with it 3 more days longer than I had to. They're probably about the same because I started 3 days before she did, or 2 days, somewhere around there. But it was crazy. It was a crazy time, and we're here to. Well, I'm here to talk about it, tell you about it, and another question I received was, did my stance change on the COVID vaccination? Did my stance change? No, it didn't. It did not. And I'm going to tell you why. I survived it, right? So that point one, I survived. I lived through it. I made it through. I am here talking to you right now in the podcast about it. Number two, if you can still get it after you've been vaccinated, and I don't want to hear about, oh, it might be lesser, or, you know, I, it might be. I don't like living in a might be world. I've heard too many times where other people have gotten the vaccine and then they got sick and it was still the same. So it affects everyone differently. So no, my stance has not changed. I'm starting to notice that a lot of people are putting a lot of faith in man and in the medicine, and it blows my mind. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Let me be very clear before I get further into this, before I go further and further into this. If you want to take the vaccine, kudos to you. If you believe and you trust in the vaccine and, or whatever the case may be, you feel like you need to take the vaccine, good for you. I will not judge you. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to, cast a cloud over you or point the finger at you or any of those things. I'm not even here to laugh at you if something goes bad or any of that. Because that's not good. That's not right. We all have freedom of choice to do what we think is best for us. We all have freedom of choice to do what we think is best for us. Let that sink in a little bit. Because I feel like we have lost sight of that. We somehow believe that everyone should be doing the same thing. I don't see how that even makes any sense. I don't. I really don't. I know a couple of people that's been vaccinated. My dad has been vaccinated. I think my mom is planning on getting vaccinated because she flies for work. She travels a lot. I don't look at them and I'm not disgusted by them. When my dad told me he was vaccinated, I was like, no, why? What happened? What's going on? And he told me why, whatever. And I was like, dang, okay, well, there ain't nothing I can do now. It ain't nothing I can do now. But all I can do is pray and put it in God's hands. Put them in God's hands. Because in the end, God will have the final say so. It doesn't matter what we inject in ourselves, what we eat, or any of that. When it is time for you to go, it is time for you to go. Period. I don't want to hear the argument of, well, you could be doing this and you could. Well, you're absolutely right. I could be doing that. I could be doing this. But who has the final say so on whether I awake or sleep forever? Exactly. My stance on the vaccine is this. I don't trust it. The push behind it is too radical. It's too much. It is too controlling. My God said that I am free. I am free. He allows me free will and choice to do what I want. Why would I submit and become a slave and lose choice and control of my own life with man? If my God gives me free will, why would I throw that away because of man's propaganda, fear, whatever the case may be. If there wasn't such a crazy push for control and making you do this, or if you don't do that, then you can't do this, maybe I would consider the vaccine. Maybe. But because of the push, the restrictions, them going out of their way to make people who don't want the vaccine to seem like something's wrong with them, it doesn't sit well with me. That doesn't seem very godly at all. It just doesn't seem right at all. Again, I am free to choose to do what I want to do as long as I am within the law. When you start mandating and trying to mandate control and restrictions and all of this, I gotta step back and look at it like, why? Why is this push so hard? What is going on here? I can't be for it. But if you want to be for it, that's fantastic. That's good for you. Do what you need to do for you and your survival. I have more reasons. My daughter, all throughout middle school until her early years of high school, she's about to graduate this year, actually in December. She would get the flu shot. And every winter she was sick. I'm talking about winter in Indiana was let's say late September all the way till April, right? And she would be sick from September till April. She would have 2 weeks of sickness, have a week break, and then she would break out into a hive and then back to being sick. This went on from September to April, from middle school up to high school. I say sophomore year, freshman year, sophomore year. That's how long that went on. Every time she got the flu shot, she said, I decided I didn't want the flu shot. And for 2 years, she didn't get sick. Didn't get sick in the spring, summer, winter. Didn't get sick at all. I was like, okay. Noted. My son was getting vaccinated, was getting the flu shot every year that he was going to school. The last 3 years, we didn't give him the flu shot. During the time that he was getting the flu shot, he was sick all the time. He was getting sick all the time. His last 3 years, ain't been sick. Kids at the school, super sick. He has not been sick. No flu shot. I mean, in first grade or kindergarten, I was taught 1 + 1 = 2. I've never seen an equation that says 1 + 1 = 25. That alone right there, those examples for me sealed it. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I know that with eating the proper foods, working out, doing something physical, pushing your body, those are all good things that will boost your immune system, boost your overall health. See, we've gotten to a place where we depend more on man and other people to take care of us, to provide a solution, when we are more than capable of providing a solution for ourselves. We're more than capable of doing things for ourselves, but we don't want to because it's too hard. We want a medicine. We want a pill. We want something quick. We got to have it right now. Instead of, walking 2 miles a day, running, lifting something, eating right. Oh, I don't want to cook a meal today. Let's go to McDonald's, get that double cheeseburger. Give me the super, super large fry. Give me the extra large Diet Coke. And then a McFlurry. Oh yeah. And the 2 apple pies, please. We want everything right now. We don't want to cook. We don't want to eat fresh foods. We don't want to eat fresh vegetables. We don't want to eat fruit. We want sugar. We want all the unhealthy things. And then when we're unhealthy, we run to the hospital. Give me a pill. Give me a shot. Give me so I can fix it. Let me tell you, it's not fixing it. It's putting a Band-Aid over it. And I'm not talking about like the cancers, the breast cancer and stuff like that. I'm talking about, respiratory, blood pressure, beets. There's different things you can eat, but we don't want to eat right. We don't even, because we don't want to cook. We want everything right now, instant. I mean, you see what they were giving. If it was truly about your health, why didn't they give you a grocery card for some vegetables or something? They was giving you the shot with a donut. They was giving you a shot with the donut. They were giving you a shot with a donut. We had one mayor on TV. I think it was it Cuomo? I think I said that pervert name right. He was eating a burger and fries and saying, if you get the shot, you can get this for free. Oh yeah. Go sign up for the lottery. But this was about our health. Why we didn't have any herbalists or any nutritionists up there talking about, you do some vitamin D. Eat this green leafy lettuce. Eat this spinach. Eat some Brussels sprouts. Eat some soups. Do this. Go walk. Soak up the sun. Drink more water. Drink some teas. Drink some ginger tea. Drink some pine. No one said anything about health. The push was all wrong for me. The push was all wrong for me. That's the reasons why my stance hasn't changed. Because I still haven't seen anyone talk about the proper foods to eat. What activities you could be doing to improve your immune system, your overall health. America is fat. Yeah, I said it. I don't care about your feelings. America is fat. We're out of shape. We don't do anything. Or we want quick foods. That's what we eat over here. This country never cared about your health. So when they get up there and they talk about this is about your health, all I hear is a lie. This is about something else. I can't tell you what it is about. I don't know what is it about. Is it about tracking people? I have no idea. Is it about, limiting freedoms? I have no idea. I don't know what it's about. But when you can tell me that everyday people are not essential, but football players and TV movie stars and all these idiots can get on TV without a mask, and everyone else has to be masked, or they are not allowed to work, but these idiots are essential, there's something going on. There's something going on. And you're not about to tell me there's nothing going on. This is normal. This is not normal. This is not okay. Just because you're okay with it doesn't mean it is okay. You're comfortable. Like I said, my God has said that I am free. And I will not allow a government or man to mandate anything on me that restricts my freedom. And I don't care about how you feel about freedom or anything like that. It's in the Bible. He said we are free indeed. So that means I am free to make choices. He allows us to make choices. How are you okay with not being allowed to make choices in your own life? Whether you want a shot or not. How are you okay with this? Now I'm getting off. And this is taking me into a whole nother path. I didn't want to go all the way down there. But people, I survived. My wife survived. We didn't get a shot. I don't plan on getting a shot. Again, if you want the shot, that is on you. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to cast a shadow or anything of that nature. I have family members that have the shot, and that they have the shot. I don't look at them like, what the? I don't do any of that. That's their choice, because we're free to make those decisions. Someone might be hollering in the background. The doctors were, put here to. Matter of fact, my dad said that, and I thought about that. He's absolutely right. God bless certain individuals to have that, that intelligence to, reconnect nerves and do surgeries and all this other stuff. He did allow, he gave them, he blessed them with that ability. He also blessed us with the ability to maintain our own health. He did. He definitely did. He out in the wild, all kinds of herbs and wild spices and different plants grow that we could use to relieve pain, inflammation, all this stuff. But we don't want to research that. I guess the doctors are the only ones that God blessed with that intelligence. Not in my world. We have that same capability. We might not ever, perform surgery or any of that stuff, but we can definitely research the herbs and different plants that God put on this earth, that he created for us to rely on our own selves instead of relying on a system that's been robbing people for years. A system that doesn't really care about if you survive or not. Yes, we have good doctors out there. Yes, we have, people, good nurses that care and all that. Yeah, we do. But my faith is not in man. My faith is in God. And again, if it's my time, it is my time with no regret. If it is my time, it is my time. But while I'm here, I'm going to research and learn about all these different plants and all these different herbs and all these different things that God have put on this earth that we can use for our own benefit, to make us healthy, to boost our immune system. I'm going to take advantage of those natural things. I'm not for chemicals being put into my body. You don't know what you're eating at the store? You're absolutely right. That's why I'm trying to grow my own, farm my own animals. God bless me with that capability. I have eyes. I can read up on this information. If there's Google, there's YouTube, there's all this information out there at our fingertips. But we don't want to use it for that. We want to use it for things that are useless and rely on someone else to make us feel better. And again, if it's something much serious, go to the hospital and find out what it is and get that rectified. But if it's something that you can change in a lifestyle, with changing your lifestyle, eating better, working out, drinking different teas and water and all this other stuff, consuming more water. We don't even drink water. Just having a healthier lifestyle. People don't even want to do that. It's not convenient. It's not fun. I digress. This was a long episode. It was fun though. I felt good. Like I said, I got so much feedback on Twitter, and conversations with different people and all of that. I had to talk about it, and that is why my stance has not changed on the vaccine, getting a shot or anything like that. I hate medicine. I've always hated medicine. When I was growing up, my mom, she gave us medicine maybe once or twice, and from there on, she was always making teas, ginger teas, and different type of root teas. She was always making teas. Um, you know, that's what we did, and I can't part from that. While I was sick, I was drinking a lot of my ginger elixir tea. You can go get that at the Warriors Collection brand store, warriorscollectionbrand.com. It's in the Warriors Tea collection. Go ahead and get that. Um, I would do ginger, some honey, some nutmeg, and some Chinese five spice, just to add boost that kick of spice a little bit more. Ginger tea, so many benefits. So many. There's so many spices and roots and things that have so many benefits, but we want to eat a Popeye's chicken sandwich and then wonder why our hearts hurt, wonder why our blood pressure's through the roof, why we can't get our blood sugar under control. And then we run to the hospital. Can I get a pill? Well, yeah, you can get this pill, but this pill has a novel of side effects. Do you still want it? Yes. I need to get my I need to get that number down. It doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense to me. So I don't care what argument or how you feel about it. It won't make sense to me because again, God has blessed us with He's blessed us with the capabilities of researching and learning about different things that we can do to better ourselves. Period. And I'm going to drop the mic on that. Bam. I said it. Done. I'm feeling good. As you can tell, I feel good. 2 weeks. I feel good. I am alive. I am up walking around. I was able to punch on Mr. Indestructible. I was definitely fatigued, but the power was there. I did some pull drills. I'm feeling good. I'm thankful to be alive and walking and breathing and tasting. It's amazing and a blessing. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this content. Man, I'm telling you guys, I feel good. Oh my gosh, I feel good. I hope you guys are staying healthy and staying active. All right, let's jump into this contact information. As you see it there on YouTube, dang, I just checked the time. This was a long episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, share it, like it, hit the comment, hit a comment, hit the thumbs down. Tell me why. If you don't like it, you know what? You don't even have to tell me why. You can hit the thumbs down. I know why. Because sometimes people don't like the truth. People only want their truth, and that's fine. If you're listening to this show, you're gonna get the truth. Your feelings will be we won't be tiptoeing around feelings or anything like that. We going straight for it. We going straight for it. I've already laid it out for you. I told you what you can do to boost your own health and all. I got to keep going. Follow me on Twitter at cthruit1. Join the Facebook page, facebook.com/Warriors Collection Network. We are a network, baby. We are working with other people. All this knowledge that I gain about different herbs and all this other stuff, we're gonna document all this. This is gonna be on video. This is a network. We're gonna learn how to take better care of ourselves and how to do certain things. And we're gonna do this. And I hope you are along for the ride. All right. Follow me on Instagram at Brian Sales. Also follow the brand at Warriors_collection_. If you'd like to donate to the show, donate to the cause, paypal.me/Warriors Collection. Like I said, we are working on the information, the tax, and all that stuff for the nonprofit. I think they said it's a lengthy process, but we're gonna get it done, and we're gonna showcase it to you guys. We're gonna go into a lot of detail and depth of what the whole mission is for that nonprofit organization. So you can catch me on all the audio side. If you don't want to see my face, that's fine. You can listen to me on Anchor.fm, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audible, Overcast, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, and Breaker. I believe I said Stitcher. But yeah, you can listen to me on those podcast platforms. Hopefully we right now we're working on trying to get on Pandora. Still waiting to hear something back on that, but we have the other ones available. Very thank you. Special shout out to all the supporters, contributors, and my, what I would say, my power mind groups, my you know who you are. You know who you are. Thank you for your support. Thank you for, sometimes talking me off the ledge, and just keeping me motivated and keeping me going. I greatly appreciate you guys. Special shout out to Papa White for his contributions to the show, and a special shout out to all the viewers and all the listeners. I greatly appreciate you guys also. Even though it's not, the monetary, it's fine. You show up, you listen, you share. Some of y'all share. You like. That's good enough. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As you see there, paypal.me/Warriors Collection. Thank you for your support. Let's get this show growing. If you can share it, that costs you nothing. Literally, I think it costs you a finger to here, send. I think you got to press like 4 buttons. I think. I mean, if you're on a smartphone, you got to, you just got to do. Probably touch the phone, 4 times, and it's shared to wherever you're watching or listening or whatever. So you can even send it in a text message to your family members, So you go to YouTube. Let's say you go to YouTube. Real quick tutorial. Go to YouTube. Go up in the top corner, right? Hit your little icon and hit let's say settings, maybe. Probably not. Let's see. Oh, it's not. We ain't got to make it that difficult. Click on the video and hit share. And then you can share. You can send the link to the person's text message or wherever you want to send it. So if you can do that, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Again, check out the website, www.warriorscollectionbrand.com. Go and get you a bag of coffee. Highly motivated. That's probably why I feel so good right now. Highly motivated to get things done, to get this information out there, to hopefully inspire others to take charge of their own health. Take charge. It's your life. It's your life. Be in charge of your own life, of your own health. You'll feel more empowered. I'm motivated. Let's get going, y'all. This episode probably gonna drop. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. It'll come out when it comes out. You guys that listen to it. Episode 6, we are healed. Thank you for tuning in. And with that being said, I think that's it. I'm trying to figure out, did I have anything else? That's it. I am Brian Says, your host of the Warriors Vision Podcast, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.